Good morning.
Is it?
No.
Morning.
Listen.
Bad morning.
You know what I mean? My normal partner in here, Mr. Dan Dibley, loves to call me Captain Positive, and it's going to be hard for me to find it today. There's nothing good that comes out of this. And John Heyman is going to join us here in 10 minutes, and we're not going to kill the messenger. I do want that to be a big...
What's your problem, John?
Exactly. I mean... God love the emotion, and I know he'll be the first to admit it. God love the emotion of Joe Shasky. There were moments of the Alex Pavlovich conversation where I'm like, Alex didn't do anything. Alex didn't do anything. Alex works for a couple of media outlets and covers the San Francisco Giants. So let's not yell at each other, and we're not going to kill the messenger, John Heyman, who was one of the first to report this while we were sleeping. I tell you what, like, not Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on 3rd Street. Never going to sleep again, because when we go to bed, when we wake up, crap happens, and it ain't good. This has to go down, and maybe this is emotional and in this moment, but this has to go down as the worst offseason in the history of the San Francisco Giants.
The only thing worse, because, the Aaron Judge thing happens with John Heyman, and then he retracts it, and then Judge winds up at the Yankees. Okay, that was probably always going to happen.
Agreed.
The only thing worse than what happened here, or the only thing worse than not getting somebody, was this. The only thing worse than not signing Carlos Correa or Aaron Judge or Trey Turner or whoever, the only thing worse than not getting one of those big names was getting one in the building
right.
and then not signing him.
Right. A Giants fan today feels like they have been taken on a total ride. And you have been. Now, I'm going to disagree with that concept that you've been duped or the Giants have been duped. You don't dupe someone so that you can get $35 million less dollars.
Right.
Okay, this was not concocted or conducted by Carlos Correa or Scott Boras so that he could go out and get less money and fewer years. That's not how it works.
Right.
So I will, for those of you who want to fall back on what I find to be a lazy take of the Giants won't spend, it's lazy because it's not an intricate and thoughtful enough response. In the end, they didn't, but it's not about the money directly. It's indirectly, in my opinion, about the money.
How so?
They're risk averse. The Giants are right. Signing Carlos Correa till he's 41 years old is probably, in the long term, going to have all kinds of bumps and bruises all over it.
Right.
But you got to get in the game.
It's the cost of doing business.
Okay? You've all turned into Maverick after Goose died. You won't engage. You got to fly the damn jet.
It's a great reference.
You have to fly the jet. And yeah, there's all kinds of danger out there. But if you just keep looking at danger and going, I'm going to go the other way, and that's how you live your entire life, you're going to get to the end of it and feel like you didn't live. So that's what a fan can say today that I find almost offensive. Offensive to the players on the team who you keep telling we don't believe in you, and offensive to money-spending fans who are here to be entertained and they want to believe in something that shouldn't be believed in. That's what we're doing in sports. We want to watch Steph Curry flip a finger and the ball goes 70 feet. We want to watch Mr. Irrelevant take a football team into the playoffs. We want to watch risks and then have it work and take the bruises with us for when it doesn't. And you are robbing the fans of that because you won't engage and get in the game.
If you're worried about like 5 or 6 years from now, or what that contract's going to look like 7, 8 years from now, what's the point if they're not going to, like, you have to spend the money to get to that point. Like, does that make sense?
Totally.
Like, if you're like, they have to save money for what? To sign players that they're not going to go sign because you have to sign people long term now? It just doesn't track.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's how baseball contracts go. I'm not worried about what the contract looks like in 2030. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing in 2030.
Well, here's the realistic way. And if you look at the other New York teams, and please keep lining it up. John Heyman's going to get in here. We're going to be quick with him because we want to get the information. We got the questions. And then the rest of the show is you at 888-957-9570. So keep them coming. We see you calling. We're going to get to you as quickly as possible. If you need to vent, if you've got questions, this is a place to do it all morning long, okay? On 95.7 The Game, 888-957-9570. The bottom line is you're a big enough outlet with enough resources to make the mistakes and then bail out of them. Okay? That's the point that I think you're making. 8 years from now doesn't matter because if it does go bad, well, throw plan B and C and D and E and F and G because you're the Giants. It's what the Yankees do. Yep. It's what the Dodgers do. And the Red Sox, hell, they're over there just making mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake.
They're trying to be the Rays.
But they're going to find a way to continue to stay relevant, ... I think. They're certainly in a bad way. I don't know how they're being run, but the good teams are going to engage. They're going to get in the game. They're going to make a mistake, and they're going to make another mistake, and then they're going to fix it.
Yep.
They're going to fix it. But if you're never willing to make the mistake,
there's no point.
You're never leaving your house.
Then there's no point.
That's what it feels like right now. The Giants are right? It's like the person who's decided the pandemic is going to last for the rest of their lives.